Onyami Jesus is still my name. You're an Hollywood actor and you're a top content creator. Share this video as this video is getting to you. Hey, Kenneth Okonkwo and the Okeke don't finally break the camel's back. Hey, and the Apiane Woto Woto. That is Onyege Wike Woto Woto. Whether Wike is an Igbo man or whether Ikwere is from Igbo, whether it's not from Igbo, whether Ikwere is part of Igbo, whether Ikwere is not part of Igbo, that is Andy Okeke don't scatter everything. You know, he's a lawyer, yes, and a movie actor and a producer and a businessman also, yes, and he into politics also. Hey, make we hear what he talk. Watch.
Well, you see, the issue of the FCT minister denying his Igbo ancestry is actually very amusing. I've seen the FCT minister, for instance, raising his hand and vowing during the presidential primary of PDP that whoever emerges from this primary as the presidential candidate, that I vow to support the person. He later on supported Tinubu in the presidential election after the vow. And he started saying, no, it's because he's from the south. And then I was asking myself then, when you were making the vow, were you not aware that you had some northern candidates that were contesting? You contested with them. When you were making the vow, did you say, I vow that if any southern candidate emerged from this convention, I'm going to support the southern candidate? Is it if any person, if anybody emerges, I vow, use the word vow, to support the person? I saw him also vowing he would never say anything against Odele that will make him to cry. But the things he's saying about Odele is even making Odele's followers to scream. Then you can imagine Odele himself. I saw him also vow that once he leaves office, he will leave his successor to have peace and will not come to disturb him. That is not the kind of person that disturbs his successor. His successor is the most disturbed successor in the whole Nigeria. So he has made a lot of vows which he had recanted. So if you don't like what the FCT minister is saying, just be patient. He will soon change. But let me talk about the issue of ancestry. Nobody chooses where he comes from. It's God that determines where you come from. That is one. Then secondly, the basis of nationhood from the ancient time is language. If you recall the Bible from the Tower of Babel, when God wanted to create nations out of the unipolar world, then he said, let us go and scatter their language. So when God did it, you discover that people now who understood each other, what they were speaking, now aggregated and became part of one nation. So it is language that determines your nationhood. Ikwere is Igbo, 100%. Ikwere go na Chineke dị mma. Ikwere. Wike means Wike, because in Igbo land, some dialects use the word Wike. If you remember, the former Senate president is Adolphus Wabara. So it's dialectical. Nyesom is Igbo. So by virtue of language, it is Igbo. And it is in his constitutional right to say he does not want to identify as Igbo. That's his constitutional right. But he cannot say he's not Igbo. Because by language, by tribe, he is Igbo and he doesn't have a choice about it. And again, if a Wike that is just a politician talks about Igbo, and the president of Ohanese, who happens to be an Ikwere man, Senator Azoka Mbata, talks on what concerns Igbo, and then Wike's own political leader, who is Fubara, because the PDP concern is very clear, Once somebody is a governor, he is the leader of the state. If Fubara had welcomed Senator Azokambata as the president of Ohanese, who is from Ikwere, I would rather believe these people because they have the political and cultural right to say where Ikwere people are from. And then from their language, Hazoka, the back is strong. It is pure Igbo. However, like I said, it is a man who has complex that is even making his nationality an issue. I tell you something, at times I go to church to give thanks to God for the honor and privilege of making me an Igbo man. You know why? Ndị Igbo are one of the rare gem in the whole world that can create their way out of any problem they are in. After the war, they were given 20 pounds. Before 10 years after the war, they are already the richest wherever they are. Adding value, creativity. 22 years after the war, we were already creating living in bondage in Igbo, somewhere in Lagos, that has started in Hollywood, that is ranking about the second now in the whole world. Creativity, which is a gift from God. Before the war, you always hear about Igbo man. An Igbo man will sit down, and whenever he has any issue, he creates his way out of the problem. Do you know that since the Igbos were purged out of the civil service of Nigeria, out of the leadership from the highest quarters, Nigeria has never recovered from it? The best time of Nigeria was before the Civil War. And then the Igbos were in charge of practically majority of the sectors in Nigeria. So what I'm telling you is that I thank God. I always ask God, what have I done for you to give me the privilege to be an Igbo man? And you can see it because he has given me all the faculties, mental and physical, to survive without governmental assistance. Pure creativity. So Ndi Igbo are not looking for people to be Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo are already grateful to God that they are made to be Ndi Igbo. Ikwere people are the ones who rightly identified themselves as Igbo, rightly indicated interest to be president of Ohanese, and Ndi Igbo from the southeast, knowing that they are our brothers. One thing you can't find in the DNA of an Igbo man is segregation. No, because by nature he's a traveler, he is a trader, and these two natural traits demand that you welcome everybody from wherever they come from. I'm sure that even if Yoruba and Hausa want to say they have become Igbo tomorrow, Igbos will still accept them, and all of us will be one. That is just it. So when you say Wike is saying, don't be surprised if you go to him privately, with his voice. No, when you're walking about Igbo, you can believe Igbo, you can blow Igbo. You're happy here politics. You want to know your politics, you can blow Igbo. Happy here. You'll be surprised as well.
And this one they call Woto. Here am. Ikwere means Ikwerego. We forget. Ikwerego, have you agreed? That's the meaning of Ikwere. See am. Wike. What I call a we, and Jabia. Wike. See am. So people go just come, they do unnecessary argument. See am. So Wike is denying his Igbo race, his Igbo tribe, because of his political ambition and because of his government job to defend and protect himself. Because say if he agree that he's Igbo, that certain position will not be given to him. Yes, this is what we are speaking for all the time. Yes, there's some certain position that you will not get as far as Nigeria is concerned if you pronounce to be an Igbo man or have any race or connection with Igbos. That's why Wike is denying his Igbo tribe relationship and the trace. That is it. And Okeke, thank you very much for that wonderful exposure and that powerful information you have rendered to every one of us. Share this video as this video is coming to you. I still remember one and only Onyame Jesus, an Hollywood actor and a top content creator. So no more argument about Ikwele, whether Ikwele belong to Igbo or they don't belong to Igbo, whether they agree or they don't agree. And the Okeke, which is Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo, have settled the matter. Long live Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo and the Okeke. Long live Onyame Jesus. Long live Igbos. Long live Ikwele. Long live Biafra. Share this video.